Welcome to Goat Island. I'm your host, the Big Ka Huzzi, and this is your weekly culture talk. First things first, for the culture, that's the flavor of the week. And this week, we're diving headfirst into olive oil, open fire, and ocean aroma. Mediterranean seafood is on the menu. This ain't deep fried mystery fish in a paper bag. This is lemon, garlic, heat, and sex appeal. No heavy sauces, no weird cream cheese fillings, just salt, sizzle, and vibes that taste like you're sitting in Santorini. Now the goat dish, calamari. Not those greasy rubber band rings from the pub. We're talking crispy tentacles, grilled whole, soft like your ex's boundaries. Squeeze of lemon, sprinkle of sea salt, maybe a little aioli if you're trying to impress. You eat it with your hands, you moan a little, you don't apologize. It's not just a dish. It's a middle finger to overcooked fish everywhere. Light on the stomach, heavy on the aura. Now, Mediterranean seafood doesn't try too hard. It's just known as elite. It's grilled, charred, kissed by the ocean, and served by men named Nikos who flirt with your girl while handing you the bill. Everything is fresh, everything has lemon, everything has you pretending you know wine. Yeah. No heavy seasonings to hide the quality. The sea is the seasonings. And this week's down bad diet that we just not rocking with is peanuts and raisins, dog. Like, the fuck? Why did they combine something so good with something so overhyped? Now, this isn't the worst because you can pick the raisins out and just be left with the good stuff. But still, it's a 4 out of 10 from us. Now that we've discussed the food, let's get to the drinks because it's time for the drinks culture of the week, man. This week, we're turning up under the sun-drenched skin of Brazilian beach culture. On these shores, everything is loud. The swimwear, the music, the flirting, the flavors, and the national pastime, day drinking with rhythm. It's not just about being drunk. It's about being alive while doing it. Nobody's sipping in silence. No one's pretending they don't want attention. Brazilians pour, cheer, and shake their ass mid-toast. And the go drink of this culture is, of course, the caipirinha. Sugar, lime, cachaca, simple, deadly, sexy. Like the girl who said she was just passing by. You take 2 of these and suddenly the beach is your stage. It hits fast, hides the booze, and hugs your ego. Goes down smoother than a DM at 1 a.m. Regrets come later, probably shirtless and sunburnt. Now, will I drink this week? No, I won't. And why? Well, because it's just not the right temp for this to be hitting the way that it should. And of course, not everything drinkable is worth drinking. And this week's Do Not Drink It segment, the drink that we're pouring out instead of drinking is matcha. Like, nah fam, this is grass milk for fuck's sake. Ew. That's a 3 out of 10 from us for this one. Next up is the FTC part of the episode for the culture always. Every week we highlight styles from around the world, the sacred, the shady, and the straight up aesthetic. All these different styles of tattoos. And this week we're going with the OG thirst traps, American traditional pin-up tats. These were born in barracks, backrooms, and bar fights. Old school line work, bold backs, red lips, sailor fantasy energy, women drawn like they're here to break your heart, key your car, and steal your wallet while lighting a cigarette. Now, looks-wise, it's timeless, flirty with high contrast. For placement range, I mean biceps, thighs, calves, anywhere you want the mini sex icon watching you squat works. And Simple adaptability for the style. It works best with a full sailor vibe or vintage ink collection. Doesn't pair well with your minimalist mountain tattoo or just breathe ribcage script. This gets a 7 out of 10 from us. Of course, people still find a way to ruin shit, and some examples of cringe versions of this style are random dudes with one pin-up girl on their forearm and no other tats. That's not a sleeve, that's just confusion. People who get the naughty nurse version on their butt cheek because they think it's quirky. And anyone who gets a hypersexualized version and says, it's for my mom, get help. And the last segment of the show is all about what's not of the culture. Now it's, we don't do that over here. This week's style violation is full camo in urban settings. We see you, general delusion. Unless you're hunting pigeons on the corner of Long and Loop, what the hell are you doing head to toe woodland print in a city? You're not low-key, you're not edgy, you're an H&M mannequin from a rejected army surplus ad. Unless it's styled intentionally like subtle cargo, paired with neutral tones, you're looking like a grown man playing dress up with PTSD vibes and no war stories. This is a 2.5 out of 10 from us. This isn't COD. That's Cape Town. Relax. We don't do that over here. This week's digital disaster. Switching phone brands every 6 months. You went from iPhone to Samsung to Pixel to back again. Now your ticks are green one day, blue the next. You're making people feel ghosted just because your bubble betrayed them. It's giving Drake said ticks go green, but you didn't care. No loyalty, no sync, no vibe. You're not exploring your options. You're mobile cheating. Pick a phone and settle down. This ain't Tinder. It's iMessage. This week's drinking problem is the type of person we're all too familiar with. You know the type, always spilling their drink and then blaming the cup. My glass is too full. The rim's weird. The tequila's slippery. No, you just don't have wrist control and your elbows hate you. Grow up, you're not 5. This isn't your first rodeo. If you're consistently spilling, it's not the cup, it's the clown holding it. Take responsibility or start wearing bibs and using sippy cups, baby. Like, no, we don't do that over here. No. This week's partying red flag is trauma dumping on strangers. It's a club, a vibe, a weekend, not your memoir launch. Not AA. We didn't ask why you hate your dad or why your ex cheated in 2018. We just wanted to know if you're on the guest list. No one's sober enough to process your journey, my guy. Save the monologue for therapy, not the smoking area. This is a party, not your TED Talk. Now, that's a wrap for this week's For the Culture Drop. And why haven't you, like and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, drop a comment. And from Goat Island, this is the Big Ka Huzzi. We'll check you again.